Hi everybody and welcome to the Scott Show. We are talking hockey today. I thought that it would be appropriate. It is Saturday. We're one game into the weekend. Friday night, a lot of the teams played in Division 1, including the UMD Bulldogs as they played last night and lost to Bemidji State 5-2. However, so I'm going to run through the top 20 of the Division 1 men's poll, and we're going to give you guys some highlights of what happened last night and what's going to happen today and tomorrow. And we're going to touch a little bit on women's hockey. You know, why not? It's going to be a fun little hockey show. Alright, so we'll start out with the top 20 here in the men's poll, and this is from the U.S. College Hockey Online. New Hampshire at number 20, Air Force, Cornell, Quinnipiac, I probably said that totally wrong, Michigan State, Clarkston Northeastern, Boston College, UMass Lowell, Penn State comes in at number 11, Wisconsin, Providence, North Dakota, Minnesota, St. Cloud State, and Minnesota Duluth. So there you have it. Number 7, Minnesota. Number 6, St. Cloud. Number 5, UMD. 3 Minnesota colleges, all in the top 7. Then you have Notre Dame at number 4, Harvard number 3, Boston University at number 2, getting 5 votes, first place, and number 1 ranked Denver Pioneers. And last night they played the number 4 Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and it was 2-2 in overtime. It was a tie, folks, and they face off again tonight. That will be a big game in Denver at the Compton Family Ice Arena in South Bend, Indiana. It's in Indiana. I thought it was in Denver. Sorry, folks. So in other games, Robert Morris takes the win over Canassus. Maryhurst and Holy Cross tie. Penn State defeats Minnesota 3-1. Northern Michigan defeats Ferris State 3-2. Michigan Tech, coming off their win from the Icebreaker Invitational, which happened here in Duluth, Minnesota, they win 4-3. Arizona State loses to Air Force. Connecticut takes American International to the limit and wins that game. Wisconsin 5-2 over Boston College. Bowling Green 4-1 over Michigan State. Bemidji State 5-2 winners over UMD, like I said before. Boston University taking the loss to Mankato, and that was kind of big news all over the place. Colorado College winning 6-1 over Alaska Anchorage. Ohio State and Rensselaer tied 1-1. St. Cloud State taking the win over Alaska. Massachusetts over Union. Omaha over UMass Lowell. St. Lawrence losing to North Dakota 2-1. New Hampshire beating Colgate 5-0, and there was a tie between Clarkston and Western Michigan, 2-2 game there. Miami beats the under-18 team, and Yale defeats Western Ontario in Connecticut. So games on tap for today are the same that were on tap yesterday, except there's a few changes here. Cornell is playing Gedolf, and that's in Ithaca, New York, right there. And the Minnesota Duluth and Bemidji State game has switched to Duluth as it is a home-to-home game. This time, Merrimack and Wisconsin are playing, and Boston University going to try to get their win back over Mankato. So that game will happen as well. And Penn State and Minnesota will play tomorrow afternoon at the 3M Arena at Mariucci. Boston College, Providence, Vermont, and Union play tomorrow, and then Cornell plays Ottawa. And there you go. Those are the games on tap for this weekend. Now, in the women's division, We're going to check out and see what happened over there in women's hockey. We're going to get some highlights. Unfortunately, folks, we are having a little technical difficulties. I do apologize. You know what, folks? This always happens to me when we're putting together a new show. I tell you. Alright, so we do have some highlights for the women's Division 1 hockey. Linwood over Maryhurst. Minnesota over Bemidji State. Wisconsin winners at Mankato. Minnesota Duluth taking the loss. Number 5 ranked Minnesota Duluth in the women's side. They're both number 5 ranked. Losing to Ohio State 2-0. You have St. Lawrence defeating Merrimack. Robert Morris defeating Maine. Clarkson defeating Penn State. Vermont beating Winnipeg. Winnipeg winning 4-1. I'm sorry. Rensselaer and RIT 3-1. Rensselaer wins that game. Syracuse over Providence. Connecticut 6-1 winners over Union. And there were 4 or 5 games that were exhibitions. We do not have one of the highlights. However, we do have Cornell winning over the Vanquerays, Holy Cross, and Dartmouth. Dartmouth winning that game by 1. Harvard winning over McGill 6-1. And St. Cloud State taking it to the Minnesota Whitecaps. 2-1 game there at Herb Brooks National Hockey Center in St. Cloud, Minnesota. So, there we go, folks. That is the women's highlights right there. We do have some interesting games coming up for the rest of the week as Team China is all across. They're going to be playing Sacred Heart. They're playing Princeton on Monday. And then on Wednesday, they're playing Holy Cross. So, check that out. Those are some interesting women's games. Women hockey, you know, it's a strong league. And there's some great women's hockey out there. Number 1 Wisconsin, they're number 1 for a reason because they have been sporting really great teams. We are going to be back with more hockey talk here on the Scott Show podcast, so check that out. I might even be a little bit more prepared when it comes to all the results. Too many things on the computer at one time. It makes my computer freak out. But we're going to be back very soon with some hockey talk. Hopefully we'll have some special guests, and we will check out everything later. You guys have a great day, and we will catch you real soon.